not to keep you standing there, Sumner, but the next question goes to you. So the question is, since Washington is a border state like Arizona, do you...
We are. They're Canadians. You gotta watch out for them.
Folks, easy does it. This could be your question. Do you plan to propose legislation to combat the undocumented or illegal immigrant problem?
Thank you for that question. I would have to say that it is incumbent upon us to enforce the laws of this state and this country as regards immigration, first of all. But I would also say that we have a huge black market economy in this state. Black market economy is workers who are available, many of them are illegal, to the hospitality trade, construction trade, and to the agricultural trade. And these people not only are bad for businesses that play fair, they are bad for their own workers and worker rights. They have no benefits and they're paid less than minimum wage. And this is bad for the state for lost revenue. Thank you.
The one thing that Arizona and Washington have in common is we're both border states. And the key is securing the borders. And I'll tell you, when I was a county commissioner, I worked with a gentleman who became a county commissioner, but he was on Border Patrol, Canadian border. He ended up jumping over his counter, tackling a guy, and there were explosives in the car, and they believed that that was one of the vehicles that, when you heard the rumors that they were headed toward the Space Needle and possibly looking at blowing up part of that, that was involved in a security breach there at the border, Canada-Washington. Our borders must be secured. That is a federal law, and if the federal law would be enforced, we wouldn't be having a lot of the problems we're having right now. I have a lot of empathy for what's going on in Arizona. We own a condo down there with several other Port Orchard couples. We were down there over Memorial Weekend, actually summarizing our condo, and the problems are real, very real. When people are murdered, borders must be secured.
Thank you. All right, and now moving on to one of our favorite all-time special items. The topic is taxes. Let's start with this one. Jan, federal stimulus has generated about $100 million for high-speed rail. Should we spend the money? If so, why?
Okay, federal stimulus money. I want to hit that first because we balance the budget with federal stimulus money, which is one-time money. That's like you going out and buying a car, pay for that car in full, and maybe grandma will send you a check at Christmas time. That money is very volatile. If that federal money were to come and it was earmarked for a certain topic such as transportation, rail, whatever, you better take a hard look at what the strings are attached to that money, because there are strings attached to it. Federal money that was taken in the last budget in 2009 now has strings attached such that it cannot be cut. So if we go back to have to make major cuts with the strings attached from federal stimulus money, we can't do it. When it comes to high-speed rail, that wouldn't be my top priority. We have got to work on congestion, safety, and mobility. Those are the three transportation issues that have to be considered.
You know, I think that the idea of federal money for high-speed rail is a great idea as long as that federal money is in fact available. And I'll tell you why. Rail is the most efficient means of moving product across the United States. It is a much more efficient means of moving product than the trucking industry. And high-speed rail offers an opportunity for us to be meaningful traders across the United States in the agricultural products that are produced in the east side of our state and all of the manufacturing products that are produced in the west side. I am in support of a rapid transit rail system, and believe that we should pursue that if we have the money to do so.
Thank you, Sumner. So now, staying on transportation, back to you, Sumner. The question is, gasoline taxes are not adequate to properly fund highway maintenance and construction. As vehicle fuel efficiency increases and electric vehicles come into use, this problem will increase. How do you propose rectifying this issue?
Well, right now, our gas tax is 37 cents on every gallon, and I think Washington State in that sense is a little bit infamous in that it costs us a great deal in the state of Washington to operate our trucks and cars. I think that if we have decreasing revenues from the gas tax and we're having significant use of our highways by hybrids and other alternative vehicles, that we need to incentivize the movement to those higher efficiency vehicles, but at the same time they are bringing use and wear to our highway system and deserve some part in the taxation and the support of our roads and transportation.
First of all, the gas tax money hasn't been used what it was set out there for. When the money was laid out for different projects, it wasn't even used for those projects. And now we have a lot of the projects that aren't completely funded, and we're wondering where the money's going to come from. We've had problems in the transportation area, I believe, with accountability and efficiency. And one of the things that there were surveys conducted recently of our public, and about 3/4 of our people said that they believe the #1 problem is congestion. And in my book, we've got HOV lanes out here going from Port Orchard to Bremerton every day that I drive a lot, and I very seldom see anybody over in that other third lane. There's a lot of other things you could do to move your transportation more efficiently and get the job done without having to raise gas taxes again. There's no accountability to where those taxes are really going right now. So I'm not in favor of boosting that up again without taking a real hard look at what the issue and the problem really is.